Now let us start with refraction of light. Now refraction of light is actually bending of light. We all know light travels in a straight line. But when light enters from one medium to another, it bends. Okay? It bends at the surface of the meeting of those two media. Like for example, when light enters from air to water or from water to air, at that time also it bends. Now examples for this you can see is, first thing is, you can take one glass of water and immerse a stick in it such that half part of the stick is inside the water and half part is outside the water, and let that stick be slant or oblique. Now you can see the stick appears to be bent. Okay, when it enters the water, like you can see, it appears to be bent. Okay, so it appears to be bent. This is one. Second is, you can take one coin, keep it at the bottom of the bucket and fill water in it, and observe the, or you can say, watch the coin and start moving away from the bucket. What you see is the coin seems to be raising a bit from the bottom. These are all few examples of refraction of light. Because when light enters from one medium to another, it actually bends. This bending of light, okay, when it enters from one medium to another, is called refraction of light. And why refraction takes place? Why does light bend when it enters from one medium to another? This is because its speed changes. Okay, the speed of light changes when it enters from one medium to another. Since its speed changes, it changes its direction. Okay, this is the reason why there is bending of light. Since the speed of light changes when it enters from one medium to another, okay, there is what you can say, bending of light. And when light enters from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Rarer means thinner. Here when we say thicker and thinner, we are considering optically thicker and thinner, and that is what optically thicker and thinner, that we'll see later on. But just now you remember this, that when light enters from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Like for example, we have considered this line of separation between air and water. Okay, now this part is air, this part is water. Like suppose let a ray of light be traveling in air like this and enter water. When it enters water, it bends like this. Like suppose this is a normal MON. Normal is the perpendicular. You can say actually the ray of light should have gone like this, but it has bent towards this normal, that is near this normal, when it enters from what you can say a rarer medium to a denser medium. Okay, and when a ray of light enters from a denser medium to a rarer medium, okay, when light enters from a denser medium to a rarer medium, let us take a denser medium as glass and a rarer medium as air. Okay, this is glass, this is air, and this is the separation, line of separation between glass and air. When light enters from a denser medium to rarer medium, that is from glass to air, it bends away from the normal. You can see this is the normal or the perpendicular to the separation, line of separation or surface of separation between the two media. Then this bends away from the normal. This is the normal, it has bent away from the normal. Okay, this is because speed of light is more in a rarer medium and less in a denser medium. If the speed of light decreases, then it bends towards the normal. If the speed of light increases, then it bends away from the normal. Okay, now this is how, what you can say, you can visualize the refraction of light. In this refraction of light, let us consider this one, what you can say, refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Okay, refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Now let us see refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Now let us consider one rectangular glass slab ABCD. ABCD is a rectangular glass slab. Okay, and let us see the refraction in this. Now let us consider one incident ray of light PQ. Ray of light PQ is incident on the edge or side AB. Okay. Now since light is traveling from air to glass here, that is from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Mn is the normal here. Okay. Mn is the normal, or MON, MQN is the normal. So it bends towards the normal. Actually it should have gone like this, but due to refraction it bends and moves like this. But at this surface DC, okay, light is moving from glass back to air. Glass is a denser medium, air is a rarer medium. So it bends away from the normal. Now here what we see is at this surface AB as well as this surface CD. Here we have air glass interface and here we have glass air interface. Isn't it? Here it is air glass interface, here it is glass air interface. So the extent of bending here as well as here will be just equal and opposite. Since the extent of bending is equal and opposite, okay, you can see this angle should be equal to this angle. So, and also this angle should be equal to this angle. As a result, what we find is this incident ray PQ and the emergent ray RS, the ray which emerges out of the glass slab, the emergent ray RS and the incident ray PQ, both are parallel to each other. Why they are parallel? Because at both the surfaces you have air glass and here we have glass air interface. So the extent of bending will be equal and opposite. Since the extent of bending is equal and opposite, what we find is the incident ray PQ and the emergent ray RS are parallel to each other. But what we find here is this emergent ray RS is shifted sidewards from the incident ray. This sideward shift is called lateral shift. This sideward shift is called what? Lateral shift. And in this figure, this RT, the perpendicular is drawn from R to this extended incident ray, PQ. PQ is extended here. To this extended incident ray, RT is drawn perpendicular. And this perpendicular RT here, it represents the lateral shift. Lateral shift here is represented by RT. So see, once again we have considered a rectangular glass slab ABCD, and in this rectangular glass slab ABCD we have considered a ray of light PQ which is incident at some angle to the side or surface on the edge AB. And since light is traveling from air to glass, it bends towards the normal. This should have been the actual path of light, but due to refraction it bends here. Okay, and here it is at this surface, it is moving from glass back to air. So it bends here away from the normal when it is emerging out of glass. So now since at both the surfaces you have air glass interface and here you have glass air interface, the extent of bending will be equal and opposite. Since the extent of bending is equal and opposite, okay, the incident ray PQ will be parallel to the emergent ray RS. But what we find is the emergent ray RS is slightly shifted sidewards, okay, from the incident ray. And this sideward shift is called RT. Sideward shift is called RT. Okay. Now what you can do is just take down these notes, write down these notes, Okay, this notes is continued on the next page. So I will show you that also. Okay. Okay, this is the continuation part of the notes. Write down all these notes. Write down all these notes. After this, we are going to see the laws of refraction. So I will write here laws of refraction. The first law is, now let us see the laws of refraction. The first law is the incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal drawn at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. Okay, all lie in the same plane. This is the first law. That is, the incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal drawn at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. This is the first law. And the second law is the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is a constant for a given pair of media or medium. That is, sine of angle of incidence upon sine of angle of refraction is equal to constant. And this ratio, sin I upon sin R, this is called actually the refractive index and refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. Okay, this ratio sin I upon sin R, which is a constant, this constant is called the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. And more about refractive index, let us see in the next class. Now what you can do is you can take down these notes. Okay, write down these notes, all of you, and we will meet in the next class. And the next video I will post it on I think Monday. Okay, I will post it on Monday. Okay.